and I came up with like the name Legacy Gardens years back. Oh goodness, probably 6 years ago, 7 years ago. We weren't married very long. We were going through a hard time, and we decided to. We had a big garden, so we went to the local farmers market, and we would sell our extra produce. I'd also make some baked goods like cinnamon rolls and pies or whatever I had to make. My mom even helped us out making caramel corn and that. And we'd go to the farmer's market. It was nice because it had just got started, so there was only like 3 or 4 tables there. But it was fun. Oh man, we enjoyed it so much. So anyways, we came up with the name Legacy Gardens mainly due to our children and wanting to make sure that they have a legacy to give on. Through our knowledge of gardening skills, we want to pass on to them our love for God, passing on to them. You know, God gave us our children as our legacy. You know, your legacy is what you're able to give, is what you're able to allow. Your legacy is what you are able to give to the next generation. And, you know, we have 4 kids of our own line to pass on our knowledge of gardening, our knowledge of hunting, our knowledge of life, but mostly our knowledge and love of God. You know, and it's our prayer and our hope that, you know, they'll be able to capture that love of God and pass it on to others that they meet in this world. You know, so we came up with, you know, the Legacy Gardens through that. You know, because we have a legacy of 4, and we want to, well, at that time, I think 2, but, you know, but to be able to carry that on to our children, then to their children, and so on and so forth. It kind of makes me think of my grandpa. He was a big time gardener, and if he was still alive, Chad never got to meet him, but if he was still alive, I just know him and my grandpa would have hit it off really well. Really well. They both loved hot stuff. They both love gardening. Neither one of them can sit still. Grandpa was always out and about doing stuff, and Chad's the same way. He can't sit still. So it's just, I know if he was still alive, they'd get along great. But yeah, you know, it's just that legacy of, you know, passing that stuff on. So I just thought I'd, you know, let you know, and I got it as Legacy Gardens and More due to, you know, it's more than just gardens. Like, we're gonna be sharing, you know, our life, a little bit of our life with you. The gardening, as you know, we get animals, share that side of things. Just little tidbits of what's going on in our lives. You know, we have plans for different businesses that, you know, we want to, you know, maybe show you that too. So, you know, I don't know, you know, what our future holds. There's some big changes coming up, and I'm not sure what's going to transpire. So, yeah, you know, it's like, one thing that I've always wanted in my life was just stability. You know, just hold the course. You know, every day is the same. Things are stable. Things are good. And ever since the 6th grade, it seems like that's gone out the window, and it's always been an interesting ride, to say the least. So, but, you know, it's in God's hands, so we'll see what happens. But He's always been there. The last 9 years that Chad and I have been married have been really rocky. I mean, our relationship has always been decent, been good. It's just, the trials that we've been through have been crazy. But God's always been there. You know, there was times where we weren't sure how we were going to pay rent. Nothing seemed to be going our way, but yet the money always showed up. It was always there when we needed it. We always had food on the table. We've always had a roof over our head. We've always had a vehicle to drive. You know, it's just, He's always been there for us. And I know He always will, and He'll continue to guide and direct us. And, you know, that's just the matter of things. So, but yeah, you know, we'll probably share, you know, just different tidbits of life. Spring's coming. There's going to be things growing. I will be showing you, you know, what you can eat that's probably already in your yard. Excuse me. One thing I've learned in the last couple of years is there's a lot of things in your yard. If you need to, you can eat. And some of the stuff is more beneficial and healthier for you than what you can get at your supermarket, surprisingly. So, you know, I'll be, you know, when that starts popping up, I'll be like, hey, this is that, and, you know, this is what you can do with it, this is how it's good for you, here's some nutritional facts on it, you know, just for fun. I'll be making jellies. My first batch of jellies will probably either be dandelion or violets, if I have enough violets this year, so I'll be taking you along that journey. So yeah, just want to share what we know with you, and if you ever have any questions or want to know something, you know, leave it in the comments, and I'll try to get to it when I can. So yeah.
Are you recording it?
I need my phone. I can look up and see if I can find a video. Hey, just outside, we were taking a peek. I noticed there's some growth in the garden. I thought I'd show you guys. Yeah. We got some chives growing. There's some lovely, lovely chives. There's some chives growing here. Pretty exciting. This is our asparagus patch. It's a little early for those yet. Won't be too much longer. But here's our chive patch. Got some greenage coming up. So that's cool. And then next to that we have our rhubarb, which is popping up pretty good. Too long. And then across the pathway here, next to the house, we got our strawberry patch, which they love it right here. So, yeah. Got some tulips coming up here. My flower bed. Those are coming up here. So this right here is our soon-to-be chicken run. We got it about a week and a half ago, and I was hoping to put it that weekend after we got it, but it decided to snow, and then last weekend it decided to rain on Saturday, and then we were busy all day Sunday, so here it sits in my kitchen, but at least it's here, and whenever we get a chance we can at least put it up, so hopefully soon. Keep you posted. Hey, I just want to stop and explain my cooking with you for a minute. As you will see, some of my dishes will be completely from scratch and homemade. Others will probably be more store-bought items. We cook a little bit of both ways. Like in a perfect world, it'd be all organic, it'd be all home raised, it'd be everything from scratch. However, life is busy and then life happens, and sometimes I don't have the energy or the resources to do so. So some nights I'll make hot dogs and macaroni and cheese because I love that food and I'm tired and it's easy and it's quick and it's done over with. Other days I will get up early, I'll make breakfast from scratch, I'll make muffins or something, and then I'll make bread and I'll make lunch and supper amazing. yeah, you know, between finances and my time allotment some days and my energy level, I do what I can. I will show you, how I make my bread and continuing my road on that. I've been making bread for a year and a half pretty stably, consistently. I enjoy it. The kids enjoy it. It tastes wonderful, and it's not too hard to do. However, there's just days where I just don't have that extra time in the morning, so there's just things are busy. We got a lot of running to do. So if we're out and about, I might grab a loaf of bread to get me by for a day or two, so I can give myself a little bit of break. I will, and like the food sources that we have, we're on a limited budget, so I can't spend, I would love to go to the farmer's market every week and buy the $5 dozen eggs from the local farmers who, the local people who raise chickens and have wonderful eggs that taste amazing. But I can't. So, I get the store-bought discounted eggs because that's what we can afford. And the way we go through eggs, that's all I can do. We're working on eating our chickens, which would be amazing. Would help us with that. One avenue, again, I'd love to go buy all our meat from the farmer's market, from, reputable organic growers. But again, I can't afford it. When they're asking $22, $26 per chicken, and I got 6 people to feed, and a chicken only lasts a meal, maybe 2 meals, I can't, So I do what I can. A lot of my meats right now are just coming from the store, either when they're on sale or discounted due to, it's time for them to get off the shelf. So we do that. We hunt, we fish. Again, we're getting chickens. I am looking into getting rabbits for a meat source. That'd be good too. So yeah, doing what we can. I'm researching on maybe getting a dairy goat. I would really like to get that. One, due to my son and I tend to have some milk issues, as well, as some other family members. It'd be great to be able to have a goat for that reason. Goat milk tends not to be as aggravating to the stomach as cow milk. Plus, I don't need a whole cow that will give us 4 gallons a day versus like a goat who, depending on what breed we get, get half gallon to a gallon a day, where we could split up between the families. And that should work just fine. So, we do what we can. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy trying to find good places to get our staples. I've been ordering our flour online now. The all-purpose flour that I use, I've been ordering online through Amazon, through a company that I fell in love with. So that's where I get my flour. I still buy sugar from the store. I'm looking at different places to get a bulk oatmeal, because we do go through a lot of oatmeal, and it's getting kind of, I'm doing what I can. So, but I just want to know, you might see some meals that are like, awesome, here's like, it's what you need to make it from scratch, and then you're like, oh, here, just throw these cans in together and top it off with this. Ooh, you're done with that, We're kind of in the middle of life. I also want to, share what I do to make meals go as far as I can. And like the goulash, to throw in an extra can of beans in. It just helps that meal go farther when you have a big family. And if you don't have a big family and you don't want to add beans to it, don't worry about it. Do what your family needs. But yeah, in a perfect world, I do things different. But I do what I can, and we're growing, and I'm always learning how to better our food and make sure we're getting the vitamins and resources that we need. So I just want to let you know that. You're not expecting like all my food to be organic or completely homemade, because it won't be. Like tonight, I like tonight's supper that I threw on here, it's canned soup with biscuit on top. So, something easy, quick, you might have in your pantry already. Easy things that might give you an idea to do. So yeah, that's just Harley. She's our porch kitty. She was a drop off. Someone dropped her off. She was a house cat. I would love to bring her in, but I'm highly allergic to cats, so. But Chad, he's got a big soft spot for her, so she hangs out on the porch. Because she's a lot more tame than the other barn cats. So, say hi, Harley. Say hi, Harley. She's a good kitty. Yeah, she is. She's a good kitty. She's really good with the kids, too. They come out and pet her all the time. But she's an indoor-outdoor cat. She stays out here on the porch. Got a kitty litter for her at night. And lots of times she'll run out during the day. So, we got food and water for her. She's a good kitty. Yeah, Joey. Say hi. Joey. Joey. So tonight we're going to take some chunky Campbell soup and put it into a baking dish. I got a 13 by 9 pan using 3 cans of soup. It's the thicker, almost like stew-like soup. Put that in the dish. Then we're going to make a biscuit. You need flour. I'll put the my biscuit recipe in the description for you. You also need baking powder and salt. You're gonna mix that up and whisk it around a little bit so it's blended. You need to add melted butter with some milk. And you're gonna just mix that till it's mixed together. If you need to add, if it's a little dry, you can add a little more milk, or if it's too wet, you can add a little flour. So you get a nice biscuit. And I added a little flour to mine. It was just a little dry. Or a little wet, sorry. Okay, so it looks about like that. And then you're gonna just plop it. Now this is a drop biscuit recipe, so you can just plop them. You're just gonna spread them out so they're even. And then you're gonna set your oven to 350 degrees and bake it for about 45 minutes or until the soup's bubbly and your biscuits are done. It'll look like something like this. And you scoop it out and there's your supper. Hey, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care and God bless.